Hello my friends and welcome. If you have been around for a long time on the Johnny Grant Games channel, you might be aware that one of the first custom campaigns we ever tried to get funded and running was Brutal Plus Plus. Taking Wings of Liberty and bringing the Brutal Plus difficulty into it, bringing the mutators from co-op. And it went terribly. It was just absolute madness. That is where we learned that you cannot put the co-op dependency in anything. It just breaks everything. However, it's been over a year. Dweeby has worked hard. And now we have what I have been told is a working version. And that is really, really exciting to me. So welcome to Brutal Plus, Wings of Liberty, Mutators Ahoy. I've been told that I should take it easy on no build missions because they can be, you can't build anything, so you can't go too crazy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start this off. We can choose our difficulty, as you can see on the side. We're going to do a nice little Brutal Plus 2 for Liberation Day. See how it goes. What did we get? Omnipotent Goo. Oh, there's new ones. Creep debuffs player units. Enemy units create creep when dying. Enemy massive units drop creep tumors when they die. Flying units generate creep passively. Enemy units leech 100% of damage dealt as life and shields. Oh, dude. And then lava bursts randomly throughout the map. So what we have to do is, the creep one doesn't seem like it's going to be too impactful. We're going to have to target things down really aggressively. Do not split our damage because it is Marine versus Marine.
Sounds like a plan.
Oh, this fire is going to be... Oh, no. Just, excuse me here. I gotta be really wary of the fire. I'm scared about the drop pod part, and everything else seems like it's gonna be okay. Okay. Oh, dude. Already almost lost a guy. So what does this creep do? It debuffs. Decrease movement and attack speed. Got it. So we want to be very careful of the creep, but it's not like game ending. It's just makes us worse. Jim in the front. The creep that they drop is pretty darn big too. Why is this mission hard? I mean, it's not hard so far, but I'm really, really anxious. Does this drop creep? It does not. This guy in the back. I don't know how saves work with this, but we might as well save just so if we have to reload, we can try and see. Not bad. Keep going a little bit. And we're going to see how this goes. We're going to play 2 missions on this video. We're going to do this one and Liberation Day. Or this is Liberation. This one and Outlaws. Let's pull these guys. And then target this down. Careful. And these guys need to start targeting this. Pull back. Jim's already almost dead. The extra healing that they get is pretty insane for increasing their durability. We're going to have to skip the bonus objectives. They don't do anything on this mission, so there's no reason. But there's enemies defending. We don't need the achievement. Get everybody in the back. Give it a nice save and be prepared for this next zone. There's not too many enemies here. We should be able to fight them in a decent thing. Target down. Oh, we had split DPS. That was my fault. Marine count is very healthy getting to the end of this mission, though. However, the actual health of the Marines is not as healthy as their count.
There's more people still being held
Yellow in the front, then orange, then red, then James. We're going to let everybody kind of gather up over here. When you cross this line, it triggers it, and I have a feeling we need as much DPS as possible. There we go. So they're going to walk over here, then we have to go across the line.
Sounds like a plan.
All right, my friends, let's do this. We're going to target on the firebat first, because he can do some serious damage. Got him. And then we got to get off this creep for the Viking fight. We're going to try to target down the Vikings as best as we can before they can land. Yes, not bad. You can see that mutators on a no build mission, if it was even slightly harder, that guy's just on fire. It could definitely cascade out of control. Now, I don't really have a plan right here for these other missions, but I'm just going to try, I don't know, Brutal plus 6 and see how it goes. If it doesn't work, maybe I'll do Brutal plus 5. We'll learn. Oh, this is going to be a real bad idea on a mission where I only have Marines, huh? Marines and medics, I guess. What could Brutal plus 6 bring that's so bad? Okay, get these guys mining. There is propagators. Oh no, propagators. So little propagator monsters are going to spawn, and they are going to cause us a ruckus. More lava bursts, more omnipotent goo. Enemies are plagued and will explode that spreads the plague over time, and they have a laser drill. Oh crap, I might be dead. Oh, this was a bad choice. I might have to... This is what I'm going to ask you guys. What do you think is a good curve? Because I think it's pretty evident that Brutal plus 6 is probably not the best way to start, but I probably want to try ending on Brutal plus 6, right? Once we get to that stage of the game, it's just, how do I reasonably get there? What do you guys think? I would love to hear opinions. I think that Brutal plus 3 is probably where we want to start. Maybe after we can... Maybe I should... I don't know. We might be able to do some sort of like viewers decide the difficulty for the next mission or something. We'll see. Oh, here's an idea. So, I would like feedback on this, if this is a good idea or a bad idea. What if, whenever I beat a mission, I increase the difficulty for the next mission by 1. And whenever I lose a mission, I decrease the difficulty by 1. So let's say I lose on Brutal plus 6, I go to Brutal 5. And then I lose, or if I beat Brutal 5, then the next mission I start is Brutal 6. And if I lose this mission 3 times to just being cheesed out by Draken laser drills and the plague, then I'm gonna have to drop it down a couple times if I, rolled that a bunch. Is that a decent way to do this? I really don't know. And here comes the drill. So, she has the plague. Everybody has the plague already. This is going to be a very short-lived mission, isn't it? Oh no. Yeah, we have no way to counteract that, really. We're going to send these guys off to try to get some damage done. But until we get a little bit better healing or a little bit better range on our team, those are going to be the 2 big things that would really help out. We don't have the ability to deal with plague. Or bunkers. Bunkers would be really nice, but I don't unlock those until next mission. I'll figure out the details on the difficulty. This is obviously not right. Maybe if we build a full wall, we'll stop them from getting close. I don't know what the explosion radius is on the plague. So some of their units have that plague. And when they die, they explode it out. I don't know what that radius is, but... Oh, propagator. Okay. Well, forgot about those. What a combo. Oh, if I had my Marines, we would have been okay. Well, if you've never seen propagators before, welcome. This is the propagator. Maybe I'm going to start in the middle. I'm going to start with Brutal plus 3, and then we'll work from there. Okay. I flew too close to the sun. I have Icarused this a little bit. We have so many options, I just don't know what to do. Alright, Brutal plus 3, get mining, get producing, and up here, there is level playing field. All units are targetable as if they are air and ground units. Oh, that's really cool! I like these custom mutators. I know that like Mogoro has a bunch of custom mutators, so having stuff like that I think is neat. I don't know if these are Mogoro's mutators or if Dweeby has his own custom set. Then there is time warps are periodically deployed, and more propagators. Those will be much more engageable this time. Actually, this is not a bad propagator map. So the way that propagators work, most things that spawn stuff for mutators do it from enemy buildings. And when you know that, it actually makes life a lot easier. The reason being is, well, if it spawns from the buildings, you know where it's going to come from. And this map specifically is one giant snake way. So we're not going to be in horrible shape. We should be able to target them down. However, they do have a lot of HP, and as soon as they touch us, we die. So we're going to try getting a medic out. We should be able to take the first fight without any losses. Maybe I build the funnel of death instead. Or maybe in addition. I like the funnel of death, and I think I'm going to have to pull out all the stops for Brutal Plus, right? When we're putting mutators on top of the Brutal difficulty, we're going 110% all in, which is one of the reasons I'm excited about this series. One of the things I have to do a lot of the time when I'm running stuff is be intentionally nerfing myself in some way, if that makes sense. So, like, if I'm doing pacifist, obviously I can't kill anything. Or if I'm doing Marines only, I can't make any unit besides Marines. And those are nerfs to me for the challenge instead of the challenge being increased. And I don't as often get to play with just everything. Just be like, okay, here's stock Wings of Liberty. Just go murder everybody. Even in stuff like Nightmare, stuff has been rebalanced so that the really overpowered things aren't as OP. But this is going to be, how good am I? What do I know? We're going to get a third medic, 3 of them total, and then we're going to move out and hit up this area. I like the time warp on the Vespian gas.
Good.
So time warp is not the one that freezes you in time. It is the one that reduces movement and attack speed.
No way we're leaving them to rot.
It's not as bad as, I don't remember what the other one is called, like time vortex or something. Temporal field, that's what it's called. These are time warps and the other is temporal field, which is like very close to the same thing. Dictionary.com would be unhappy. Here comes the first propagator. We can see it on the minimap. Move our troops forward. Be prepared to engage. It's definitely one of those mutators that, when things get a little bit more crazy, is going to be tough to deal with. Oh gosh, they're pretty fast. But right now, approachable. So this is made in the custom campaign manager, and it will be available to everybody when I'm done with it. I'm going to slip on over here. It'll be in the custom campaign manager Discord, which is going to launch very, very, very soon. I've been very busy. I'm going to bring these guys down, and let's head over to that rebel stronghold and see if we can deal with stuff. It's really a shame that level playing field doesn't actually exist right now. Like, just the idea of it is so cool. The fact that it's symmetrical is really exciting to me because that's very interesting. Oh, that's a lot of stuff. Ooh, we lost a medic. We're going to have to head over here, grab our friends, and then grab the gas, and I'm going to set up a defensive position for this propagator. What I have to be very careful about is propagators combined with temporal fields getting me. Oh, that's an attack wave. We're going to have to kite. We're going to take a lot of damage from the attack wave as we retreat. But there's not much we can do about it. And I don't really feel comfortable pushing into the enemy base yet. We're going to get more medics. We're going to get more Marines. Maybe we can start the Hellion event. Oh, these temporal fields. They just don't go away.
Warning. Dominion Hellions approaching.
Is it critical?
Cool. Bunker death time? I feel like I should wait until this is gone if I want to take the Bunker of Death down. It'll despawn eventually, but don't make it twice as hard, because if you're in here, it is... There we go. Half attack speed. Oh, even worse than that. Plus 1.72, so that is 300% increased attack speed, right? That's insane. I think that in normal co-op they're animated. Animation broken, who cares? What you gonna do? Ooh, here's a propagator.
The doctor is in.
I'm a little bit afraid. We can't really go to the right. I wasn't sure what was down here. Okay, it's time to go. I don't care about this anymore.
Please state the name.
We should be able to, like, two-shot this bunker, so the increased attack speed won't be that bad, maybe. But we don't want multiple propagators to get spawning. As time goes on, more and more will spawn with every wave, and that'll make things even worse.
Nice job cleaning out that bunker.
And we're going to have to keep our stuff very closely together, because if a propagator spawns, then we could, and we have our stuff split up, it would be game over. Well, keep our range from all the buildings, keep our eyes on the minimap, and keep macroing. There's going to be a tank over there we got to be careful of. I'm going to head over to these buildings instead. I don't want to stand in this time warp, though, in case the propagator comes out. So maybe it is time to go over to the tank. We'll get the... Oh, that's really deep in enemy territory, though. Take it out. Then pull back before anything terrible spawns. Ooh, that could have been bad. Imagine if that spawned on top of us while we were fighting the tank. Okay. And this should be free to clear up now. I think there's always like a minute in between propagator spawns, so we should be able to split our forces, get everything burning, and not be in bad shape anymore. This is so much more mentally taxing than the other versions. I have a feeling that 0 Hour, the next mission, is going to be so hard. My friends, thank you for watching. If you are interested in this, please tell me that I should keep doing this series, just kind of fishing it out here. I think people are going to be interested. And if you have any ideas on how to do the difficulty, I would love to hear from you. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace.